We're doing
We're
that.
getting ready to mute everybody.
Okay. Hi, Harry.
Come
Good
back.
morning. How's everyone? You missed all the fun, Jane.
We're doing
We're
that.
getting ready to mute everybody.
Okay. Hi, Harry.
Come
Good
back.
morning.
Good morning and welcome to the Unity of Kanawha Valley online service through Zoom, YouTube, Facebook. We are so glad you're with us this morning. Today is March 14th, Pie Day. I hope everyone's going to enjoy a slice of pie today, or else go do some math. I don't know, whatever your choice is. We do begin our service with the ringing of the bell and the lighting of the Christ candle. I will light the candle, and Rich, if you would unmute and ring the bell, please. We light this candle and we ring this bell as a reminder of the Christ light that shines in each and every one of us. So as we contemplate this light, say with me our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And sit with that truth for just a moment. And then repeat it with me once more. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Our songs this morning will be led by Ron, accompanied by Ryan and Jeff.
Hi, everybody. I've just heard today that we're going to be back together in person and on March 28th, so we're looking forward to that. But today I'm here with the, well, you know who they are. They need no introduction. I'll give it to it anyway. Ryan and Jeff, they're masked marauders. Okay, and we're going to start off with Surely the Presence. Surely the presence of our God is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of our God is in this place. Surely the presence of our God is in this place. I can feel her mighty power and Jesus, I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of our God is in this place. One of my dad's favorite hymns, Abide with Me. Abide with me, the dawn of day is here. Darkness has vanished, light is shining clear. Truth's glorious message makes the glad earth free. Oh, holy comforter, abide with me. I need thy presence, satisfying pure. All else is changing, thou alone art sure. Who like thyself my guide and stay can be? Through joy eternal, Lord, abide with me. Hold thou thy truth before my wandering sight. Shine in my soul, fill me with light and light. Heaven's morning breaks, its glory now I see. Thou in rich blessing dost abide in me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you to our wonderful musicians for opening our service with those beautiful songs. For announcements today, we are still supporting the Davis Shelter by donating bags, backpacks, suitcases, things that the kids can put their belongings in as they go from the shelter to their homes. And we are supporting Sojourner Shelter. They are requesting new socks, towels, and washcloths. The Sojourner Shelter offered assistance to 614 people last year. And that included 151 kids. So when we support the Sojourners and the Davis Shelter, we are spreading love to those who need it the most. And we have a new booklet from Unity available. It's How to Stay Centered No Matter What. And this booklet discusses what Charles Fillmore described as the 12 powers of God that he felt resided in each and every human. And it takes each one of these powers and it gives you an essay and then a prayer to help that power grow in you or become more quickened in you. But it also has this little list right here that's called Getting Centered Fast. Because I think a lot of people think it takes hours of meditation to get centered. But as this little page right here shows us, if you have 1 minute, it can help bring you back to center. So if you would like a copy of this booklet, you can call Pam, send her an email. She'll drop one in the mail for you. And I heartily recommend it. And that is all the announcements I have this morning, so I will send it to Sky.
Thank you so much, Janet. Good morning, welcome, shalom, namaste, and aloha. The light in me greets the light in you. My name is Sky Kershner. I want to welcome you to Unity of Kanawha Valley online. Thank you for being with us from wherever you are. The West Virginia numbers go up, they go down. We're still holding around the November last year, numbers right before the big Thanksgiving surge. So please continue to be careful. They were up again this week. Kanawha County numbers going down. So that's great. And I know that more and more of us are in line or have already gotten or started the vaccination process. So I'm thrilled about that. And we're going to hear more about that a little bit later. Ron kind of let the cat out of the bag, but Stephen will be sending out an email and a letter about the way we're going to safely reintroduce live sessions or live services back into our life here at Unity. Don't worry if you're out of state. We're going to keep doing Zoom as well. So we're just going to do a hybrid, and we're going to start practicing that soon. And Stephen is going to be announcing just when and how that's going to happen. The Eric Butterworth book study on this book, this beautiful book. Well, it's backwards on my book. The Universe is Calling. I don't know if that's frontwards for you. It's a great book on prayer, opening to the divine through prayer. If you're wondering about the way the Unity authors recommend praying, this is a wonderful book. It's very different from other forms of prayer that you may have been exposed to in other traditions. And I have put up in the chat, and I'll do it again, Unity 101. I'm going to start doing some orientations for Unity. We've had a lot of visitors here with us over the past 9 months on Zoom. And if you're curious about Unity and kind of where this whole thing comes from and how it works, I'm curious too. I'm learning just like you are, and I'm excited to be learning it because it has made such a difference in my life. Having this affirmative approach towards life, having a sense that God's only attitude towards us is love, has just transformed my life. So Unity 101, I put the doodle poll link up there. We could be meeting as early as today at 1 o'clock or at 4 o'clock or at 7 o'clock. I have to be done at 8 because my kids and I watch whatever the name of that TV show is that's fun for us and always makes me cry. What is an American Idol? But please, if you're curious about Unity and you'd like to be part of that discussion, and just think about how it connects or doesn't connect with where you're coming from and your spiritual journey. This is not an indoctrination. It's just a chance to bounce off of what some of the Unity authors say and have more of a chance of discussion to see whether it might be a good fit for you or not. The mission of Unity of Kanawha Valley is to provide you with a welcoming community of love, acceptance, and promoting spiritual growth. We celebrate our unity in being alive together, and we affirm our diversity, that each of us is on our own journey of spiritual growth. It's my personal goal that you'll feel welcome while you're here with us today, that you feel free to be yourself and feel free to explore some ideas that might be useful in your life. Today, we're going to be looking at a great theme for the season, a great theme for where we are in lots of ways. The theme of relief, energy, and renewal. The theme of relief, energy, and renewal. And I'm so glad you're here, that you got up early, or you got up whenever you did to join us for this topic. If you want to know more about Unity, come to Unity 101, check us out online, and finally, if you need any help, please let us know. Prayer is a central part of what we're about here today, so let's put our toes into the water just for a second. Would you soften your gaze? Let a smile come to your face. Say silently to yourself, or maybe even say it out loud. The energy of divine life renews within me. the energy of divine life renews within me. And you might give yourself a nice yawn, a nice stretch. If you're lucky enough to be with someone you love, you might put your hand on them or on their shoulder or wherever you like with their permission. And if you're by yourself, you might bring to your mind the image of someone you love or who loves you or both. Put your hands on their shoulders, look at them in the eye and see them looking at you in the eye with a smile on their face. And say to them, thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I want to thank each of you for not being with us physically, but continuing to socially distance, and for being with us here on the virtual medias. Your being here is a part of the world that we're creating today. Every small thing you do today makes a difference in your life and in the life of other people. I want to thank the universe, God, the source of all life and love, for another day on this amazing journey. I want to thank everyone who's made this service possible, for Pam, for Stephen and our board, Barbie, Jamie, Rich, Peggy, Laura, and Kathy, for Ron and Ryan and Jeff, our masked marauders of music, for Janet, our worship leader today, for Rich, our Zoom meister, for our amazing prayer chaplains, Sharon, Janet, Marianne, and Laura, who's coming on, and for our daily word reader, who I don't know who it is for today. And Janet's going to tell me.
Jamie.
Jamie.
Jamie, thank you, Jamie. And for our junior bell ringer today, and I have no idea who that was, but I guess it was Rich. Rich, thank you for ringing our bell today. I want you to know that I continue to lift up every member and friend every day. If you've been on this call, I lift you up every day. I'm so grateful for the chance to walk with you on our journey together, and I want to remind you that God is our source. The pen is in your hand, and a new day is dawning for us all. And so now let's enter into a more extended time of silence and of affirmative prayer. I am hearing the birds outside. They are happy today. The entire world seems to be pulsing with a sense of renewal and energy. You might notice the sounds also in the room. You might notice the sensations of being in and having a body. Places of energy, places of tension, places of relaxation, places of relief. Jesus said, "Seek ye the kingdom. The kingdom is within." And so we explore today this mystery, this hidden pathway, the path to your hidden place, which only you can find, only you know about. It is somewhere within you. We find it through practice. We find it through exploring within ourselves. Charles Fillmore said, if you want to experience God within, start with exploring the sense of life within you. Ask yourself, Where is the life within me? What is this experience of being alive like? Get as close as you can to this experience. And that is the entrance into the experience of God within. You might notice a sense of peace, a sense of calm, a peace that passes all understanding because it is not contingent on external factors or circumstances. The peace that comes through connection within. It's a peace beyond all understanding and all circumstance. This kingdom, this expansive realm within us is a place of abundance and sufficiency, a place where we can know our own prosperity, where we can give ourselves permission to be who we are. Because all prosperity comes from accepting who we are as individuals, as children of love. This expansive realm within is a realm of healing, a realm of cure, and a realm of acceptance. Every cell in the body knows what it needs to do to be whole and healthy and free. And so as we step into the flow of life and the flow of healing, we experience our wholeness in all its forms. This expansive, spacious realm within is the realm where connection and relationship happen, where we can know someone on an intimate, personal, intuitive level. All love, all forgiveness, all reconciliation springs from this fountain within. And this is a place of guidance, a place where we can open ourselves to wisdom, where we can ask for help from within. And we can listen to the still small voice. That voice may give us direct guidance that assures us this is the path. Or that voice may simply be, it's all going to be okay. Whichever path you take, all is well. And it's from this place that we reach out to anyone, anywhere, in any need or trouble, those living in fear, those living in pain, those who are separated from people they love and feeling isolated, those for whom today will be their final day. And we remember those who are being born today into a somewhat crazy but amazing world. We remember those who are suffering physically, those who are suffering emotionally, those struggling with addiction, those struggling with relapse and suicidality. We remember those who are in the process of recovery, because we are all in the process of recovery from something. and we reach out to those who think they are alone. In our mind's eye, we send you love. We know that on the level of reality, we are never alone. It is impossible to be alone because God is everywhere at all times, equally and without exception. And we know that the consciousness of God's presence is possible at every moment, in every situation, at every time, to every person. And so we lift you up now, see you surrounded by light and by love, knowing that the consciousness of God's presence is possible at all times. And for this, we are very grateful.
The word for today is energy. The energy of divine life renews me. How do I have the focus to achieve my goals? How do I have the strength to carry on through challenging times? How do I have the aptitude to learn, grow, and change when I'm called upon to do new things? At the heart of everything I am called to do is the energy to do it. I am a divine being, and I call upon the power of God within me to channel my energy in deliberate ways. Divine energy is inexhaustible. Unlike my muscles, which can tire, and my mind, which can feel frazzled, the power of God within flows through me unimpeded. In prayer, I claim divine energy and imagine it flowing through me with the force of a mighty waterfall. I am grateful for my renewal. From Isaiah chapter 40, verses 30 to 31, even youths will faint and be weary, and the young will fall exhausted, but those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength.
Bows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere. I looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. Oh, I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusion that I really don't know at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way, but now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say you've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. Oh, I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know.
Wow. Ron, thank you so much for that. What a great song for us for today. Because today we're going to be looking at our lives from both sides, from forward and backwards. But first, I want to start off with a couple funny thoughts, especially about getting older. And you know, the thought for today is that I've noticed that the older I get, the earlier it gets late. Can other people agree with that? You know, when I say the other day, I could be referring to any time between yesterday and 15 years ago. I remember what it was like to get up without making sound effects. Does anybody remember that? Uh, and I just want just a little thought about reincarnation. Remember, if you lose a sock in the dryer, it comes back as a Tupperware lid that doesn't fit any of your containers. So, one more proof of reincarnation in our lives. It has been a year, hasn't it? Wow. Thank you, Janet, for reminding us that it's Pi Day today. My daughter loves Pi Day. She always makes some kind of a creative Pi Day logo. Pi being, what is it, 3.14, and then infinity of numbers. We watched Hidden Figures, the story of Katherine Johnson, last night to celebrate the beauty of math and the beauty of Pi Day. And it was a year ago that COVID, well, became an issue in our lives here. People were already seeing it flipping on their radar months before, but this is the week when it all became real, when we switched to from live services to Zoom services, and it has been an amazing year. I've been thinking about this daily word and really feeling it in my heart and in my bones, this idea of renewal, this idea of spring, the lightness and the energy that comes as the burden of one's life is lifted. I'm so grateful that this daily word is today of all days on our year anniversary of the COVID lockdown. I remember a time in my life 30 years ago when I was depressed. I didn't really notice that I was getting depressed, but I noticed that I was having trouble sleeping. I was having what's called early morning awakening. I was socially isolated. And like much depression, it just kind of creeps up on you. It kind of happens slowly. You get going in a very slow spiral down. And it happens so gradually, I hardly noticed it. But at one point, I was in enough pain, I decided to do something about it. So I talked with the doctor and got some Zoloft, which is an antidepressant, and tried it. And after about 3 weeks, it was like, have you ever had this experience where like you were used to your glasses and you kind of knew that you weren't seeing things quite as clearly. You kind of knew it was time to get a new prescription. And then you go to the doctor, you get the new prescription. It's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was missing. Can I get a head nod on that? A couple people, thank you, Jamie. And that's what this was like. It was like when the Zoloft, it's like it lifted my depression, and it was like I didn't know I needed glasses till I put them on, and then I started to see what I was missing. And that began a whole train that's culminated with my being here today, mostly working on gratitude practice, mostly working on noticing the amazing joys that are around us, the angels hidden in the trees, all of the ways God's presence is available to us and we miss it. I noticed this sometime in the fall. It was after the elections. I was walking our little dog, Izzy, and I noticed that there was this new kind of spring in my step. I just felt like I hadn't really noticed how all of the turbulence nationally and internationally had been like bringing me down. And for some reason on that day, I felt like there was light at the end of the tunnel. I felt like, okay, maybe I can exhale. Maybe we can breathe again. And my body just responded. And I really kind of noticed that I really didn't notice. It had happened so gradually. I didn't notice how affected I was by all of the conflict and turbulence going on in the political and national scene. And when I thought some of that was going to be lifted, I just had this huge sense of energy. I wonder if some of you have had this experience around the COVID vaccination, whether you've already had it, whether you're scheduled now, whether you're confident that you're going to get a call or a text to have this be scheduled. I know when I walked into the pharmacy 4 weeks ago for that first test, I was just beaming. I thought, okay, I've made it halfway. And then for the next 4 weeks, nervous, 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 especially last week. I thought if I could just get to that second vaccine without contracting this thing, I am going to be so happy. And walking in with my arms just, it was like some kind of a victory dance. And what a cool time to be a pharmacist or to be somebody who can give you the joy of this shot. That at least was my experience. Today I want to lift up the law of attraction because the daily word is so clear about the idea of energy and renewal and revitalization. And that scripture, the next line of that scripture is, they will mount up like eagle's wings, right? Just this sense of power, this sense of life within you, this sense of energy. Now, I know with the law of attraction, it's whatever you focus on, you're going to get more of. And it's okay to listen to me, be excited about the ways I feel relieved right now. But if we really want to anchor this, what we need to do is break out into small groups so that each of you can talk a little bit about how you experience this sense that I'm trying to describe in your life. I'm hoping that you've had this sense sometime recently, but maybe you haven't. Maybe you'll need to draw on the well of your past experience of a memory or a time when you didn't know that something was getting you down and then something happened and you felt this energetic relief. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to send you off for a good amount of time. Let's do this for 15 minutes, and so that each of you can have a chance to talk about it, because I know the law of attraction tells us the more you talk about something, the more you will bring it into your life. So with that, I hope this is okay with everybody. We will just send you off to some rooms, and let me see. We're going to have 4 or 5 people in each room, so you'll have plenty of time. Everybody ready? Okay, so the first person's going to get there, and they're going to say, what were we supposed to do again? And the next person's going to say, I don't remember. And the third person's going to say, oh, wait a minute, I wrote it down. It was something about energy. Okay, so here it is for the third person. Talk about a time when you felt relieved and you didn't know how something had gotten you down until you had that sense of relief, and it was like, oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. Maybe it's happened recently, maybe longer time ago. All right, see you in 15 minutes. If somebody could keep track of the time, that would help. That way you'll make sure everybody has enough time to speak. Hi, Pete. Hello, Pete. Hello. Pete, you're muted. Do you know how to unmute yourself? You're still muted. If you're on a phone, it might be maybe the bottom left. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, it'll be, there's a little mute button there.
I
There
think
you are.
I'm in the real world. Yeah.
There you are. Hi,
I
Pete.
was watching on YouTube, so I wanted to come in on Zoom. So I'm down at the beach with my girlfriend and enjoying everything today. So,
Great. Can I send you to one of the rooms so you can join in the
well,
conversation?
that would be fun. Give
Good.
Sue a chance to see how you do things. It's been a while since I've been able to get here, and I'm just glad that we able to come in this morning. So,
Yeah, good. I'll send you to a room.
thanks, guy.
Yep, you got about 10 minutes left. Hello, Mommy. Hey, Mommy. How was churchy today? Mommy, what happened to the white thing? There was a white footstool thing. Have you seen that? Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm wondering if maybe two people would be willing to share something you heard in your group that really had an impact on you. Maybe not something that you said, but maybe something you heard somebody else say regarding this topic of renewal and relief and energy. Could two people be willing to share something of the impact of that conversation? Yeah, go ahead, Connie.
Heard a lot of good things. One of the last things I heard was the helpfulness and experience with Zoom and all the fun people we've met, and additions to our life, even though we're limited.
Yeah, that's been a nice surprise. It's been a COVID bonus. Yeah. And would one more person be willing to share something about how that conversation was for you? All right. Having no take. Tenna, did you want to say something? No? You're muted.
Sorry, I just went and got some water.
Okay.
I can say what I talked about. I got a good diagnosis on my, from my back surgery. The doctor said, because I was so scared. I was so scared that it was going to be bad. And then he said, nope, you're fine. Go live your life. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, and isn't that an amazing experience in the body? Just the physical experience of relief and release and energy when you come out of something that's scary. Thank you, Tenna. With that, I will turn it back to Janet for the rest of the service. Thank you all very much for participating in that conversation.
Thank you, Sky, for giving us the opportunity to talk about renewal. This is the time when we ask you to support our ministry. Unity of Kanawha Valley is a tithing church, in that 10% of everything that comes in goes back out to bless others. And this month, Unity of Kanawha Valley is tithing to Unity Worldwide. And they are the ones who print the Daily Word, and they print these booklets like How to Stay Centered No Matter What. They also help with the legal end of things like our bylaws and things like that. So as we give back to Unity Worldwide, then we are blessed many folds over. So at this time, speak with me, our offering blessing. Divine love, moving in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, I trust God, and I am grateful. So we will send it to Ron for another song.
Janet, I will say that I just posted the PayPal link in the chat for anyone who cares to use it.
Thank you. Thank you. I should mention that you can support us by PayPal, or you can send a check to the church. But we do really appreciate you helping us keep this ministry alive. Thank you, Rich.
Rich, we can't hear it.
I know, hang on a second.
My life's a circle. 1, 2, 3. All my life's a circle. Sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through nighttime till the the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, still I wonder why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. Seems like I've been here before, can't remember when. I get this funny feeling we'll be together again. No street lights make up my life, all my roads have bends. No clear-cut beginnings, and so far no dead ends. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, still I wonder why. Seasons spinning round again, years keep rolling by. I've met you 1,000 times, I guess you've done the same. Then we lose each other, it's like a children's game. But now I find you here again, the thought comes to my mind. Our love is like a circle, let's go around one more time. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, still I wonder why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. Oh, the seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by.
Oh, thank you, Ryan, Ron, and Jeff. We are so blessed to have such talented musicians with us every Sunday. So at this time, we do give thanks to everyone that supports this ministry, everyone who shares their time and their talent and their treasure. We are truly in the circle of life, in the flow of giving and receiving. And we say thank you for the love that blooms and grows here. We say thank you for the love that enfolds every single person who contributes and takes advantage of this beautiful, beautiful church. We are indeed blessed by one another, and so it is. Amen. Well, I'm going to put on a gallery view here so I can see what birthdays or anniversaries or other celebrations we might have. I know Sandy Blair just had a birthday.
Yay.
And I know Rich Hopkins had a birthday yesterday.
Yay.
And that coming up this week, Bonnie Stark had a birthday, or will have a birthday. Now, is there anyone else we should add? Anyone want to wave to me?
Janet?
Ron's waving.
Oh, Ron.
Mira's birthday is on the 19th.
Mira,
March.
yay, yay. Okay. Anybody else?
Michaela's birthday, my granddaughter, her birthday is
Michaela.
and we're
Okay.
celebrating today.
Oh, yay, yay. So we have Michaela, Mira, Bonnie, Rich, and Sandy.
And
Okay.
Janet,
Yes,
Janet,
Doc?
I've got the results from the doodle poll, so
Oh,
we'll
okay.
have the first Unity 101 Monday at 7 o'clock here in this same room, and I'll send the word out to everybody. But would you give it those names again, please, Janet?
We have Michaela, Mira, Bonnie, Rich, and Sandy.
Beautiful.
So Rich is going to send us to our birthday song.
And many more.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Now together our prayer for protection. The
Light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. If you want to unmute, we can talk a little bit.
Thank you so much, Janet. Thank you, Rich.
I love seeing those pictures of the little ones, and I'm wondering what are they going to look like when we get back in person. Probably this tall by now.
Yeah, right.
Good enough.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Pete.
Hi there.
Morning.
Pete, are you calling in from Florida as well?
I'm coming from Myrtle Beach, so
Myrtle Beach. I knew it was on the coast.
yeah.
So the Unity 101 is going to be the first session Monday.
Monday at 7. Most people can make that. Heather, I'll find another time for you. And then we'll, then maybe next Sunday at 1 o'clock, we'll do a follow-up. And it's just a discussion. There's nothing to prepare. It's just kind of how this whole thing is landing with you and what kind of questions folks have, and also getting to know each other a little bit in terms of where you're coming from and how you got here.
Is the book discussion at 5:30 still on?
5:30 on Monday. Yeah. The universe is calling.
Okay, so that's on at 5:30 and this will be at 7.
Yeah.
When are you going to eat, Sky?
I don't know. That's kind of, eating's kind of an afterthought. Maybe during.
Right.
You'll have to do like the rest of us. That's when we stop the video and eat something and then come back.
Yeah. How many folks have had their vaccination? Just about everybody.
Partial.
Heather, where are you on the list? What's happening in Mexico?
That's a great. I don't know.
One of the benefits of being older.
Not partial, there are some.
I think I'm going to have to fly to the United States if I want to get it fast.
Oh, okay.
It's coming at different times, at different speeds to different cities. So it hasn't actually hit San Miguel yet. The city next to us, it has. But some people have gone there. But it's a slower process for people who aren't, they're vaccinating non-citizens and expats, but it's a little bit disorganized, so.
Got you. Right. Well, I highly recommend the pharmacy in Sissonville. They're very accommodating there.
I wanted to add, I'm back to Unity 101 again. So I did not know how to use the doodle thing that you put on. That was new for me. So anyway, I know that some of my friends may not have known what to do and may be interested in doing the 101. So is it just the same ID and password?
Yeah, the same ID and password as this meeting here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll put the word out that it will be Monday at 7. The first one will be Monday at 7.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, Connie. It's been so lovely having people from all over the world be with us. That's been another one of the COVID bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm anxious to know how our hybrid is going to work, and because I know so many of us can't be there in person. So I'm excited about that. And I know Rich will do a great job.
Yeah, so what we did before, we did 2 hybrid sessions before. And so I will have my laptop in front of me, just like it is now, at Unity with people in the seats. And so I'll be able to look over the laptop to see people and look at the laptop to see the people who are with us. And then what we did before, Ernie, we projected the Zoom onto the screen so that people who are in the room live can see the gallery view like we're seeing right now. So it's so that there will be a sense of community, and we'll just, like we did with this, we'll just figure it out each time each Sunday, and we'll keep tweaking it until we get it all dialed in. But I have a feeling that we're going to be doing these hybrid things for the duration because we have so many friends from Canada, Mexico, all over the East Coast. And we would want to keep being here for you.
Absolutely.
Then maybe the people in the church can eventually get on your laptop and say hi to everybody on the gallery view.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I could turn my laptop around and we
At
could,
the end, at least talk to each other.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Guys, since you're host, you'll need to stop the live stream.
Oh, okay.
So will the speaker have a mask on?
That's a great question. I think I'm going to leave that to Stephen and the board. I'm noticing a lot of media places, they seem to be content with no masks as long as there's at least 6 feet, and maybe, I think we could probably get 10 or 15 feet. And what did we do? We pulled the lectern back so that there was even more space. So, but I'll leave that up to Stephen and the board to decide. Do you have a preference, David?
Well, it was very on Zoom. It was virtually impossible to hear you.
The mask was on. Yeah.
Well, the mask was on, and part of hearing is reading lips, and you couldn't even, so there was a lot of unclarity, I guess. The message didn't flow. So
let me
do it without a mask. It would be helpful for the people on Zoom.
I agree.
You might consider plexiglass around the lectern. That's what my home church is planning to do.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
And there's those clear face shields too as options.
Yeah.
Let me say that Ron and I met yesterday to talk logistics about this very issue. And well, of course, it includes Sky and anyone else that wants to be included. But the gist of it is, I believe that we'll be able to show Sky in the same view on Zoom as we did today. And the people in the room can be at distance. And so it should be fairly seamless. The rest of the logistics is boring. I'm not going to get into, but I think we'll be able to do it to where Zoom looks better than it did before.
I wanted to say a special welcome to my friend Suzanne Murphy, who I know from Florida, and she is in Massachusetts now. And so just wanted to welcome her personally. She and I have texted about her joining the group, and so she's here this morning, and she tried last week, and she came on right at the very end, so I'm thrilled that she's here. So a special welcome to Suzanne.
Good to have you.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Suzanne.
welcome, Suzanne. It's great to have you.
Thank you,
Suzanne.
Ernestine. Thank you. So the MA stands for Massachusetts, not Master of Arts. Well, I have a couple of other things, but
I think that is a great idea to put our locations on there since we're all from all over.
Agreed.
Yeah, thank you, Ernie. And David, thank you for that point. I think that's a really, we will definitely decide that. And I know my preference would be to be without a mask, but have plenty of space. And we'll look into that plexiglass idea. I know at Maine they use clear plastic shower curtains, so you just.
Wow.
All right. Well, shall we get on with the rest of our days? Yeah, Connie, do you have a question?
Just
Or you're waving? Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good to see
Hi,
you.
everybody.
See you later. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hey.
Thank you.
Rich, I couldn't figure out how to turn it off.
Um,
I've made